it's called, like wombo combos. They really were basically on point with it. Every single time he'd land like 2 or 3 man vacuum into boulder smash silence with an AA blast like flying over the top.
Yeah.
LGD takes the disruptor, which is, I mean, incredibly good versus the Darkseer in the laning phase, and we've been talking about how its win rate is like above 60% on this tournament.
Are you surprised that they've allowed MVP to have such comfort heroes so far?
I mean, it goes for both teams though,
They
right?
got
Yeah.
good. I think they got good trade though for that. Don't you guys think?
What I really like about the Disruptor is he's so good against Slaughter. We see time and time again that he's just running out, blinks back in, running out again. Against Disruptor, you can't do it. You will get glimpse back in and you will get focused and you will just die right away.
I really like that point, yeah.
And what are they going to couple with the Darkseer though? There's not that many aggressive options left. Like they
There's
usually
Tusk.
Tusk maybe, but they usually don't like Ricky. They don't like Ricky without the life stealer.
They
so
could just go for like the safe Venge.
Yeah.
Like they've done that before with the Slardar Ally. It's really good versus the Disruptor to pull them out of
but
being
like,
focused down.
Then they can't pressure with Darkseer.
For MVP,
though.
you want
Yeah.
to pressure. Yeah, you need a hero like Tusk or Spirit. Even the Doom, you know, like
four
Doom
most
is still
played
there.
heroes in the last 3
Doom
months.
is pretty good, yeah.
Witch Doctor, Invoker, Juggernaut, Tusk. That's MVP's top 4.
Well, then I hope they're going for the Tusk here.
Yeah, it would be a big change up from what they've been running here at this tournament, but it is something that they used to run as a comfort hero a lot.
And it's you can't save a hero from Glimpse, right? You will still be Glimpse.
So they do go for the Tusk, like we were saying, yeah. This dual aggressive, you know, someone to pressure with the Darkseer just seems to be something that they really like.
Yep.
And LGD
Going for the
responded.
Juggernaut is perfect against Darkseer aggression. You put down the healing ward, you have your spin.
The Tusk as well is very good versus a Snowball.
Like they go on you, you just spin, then you heal back up with the healing ward, you're perfect.
He has looked a little bit weak, I would say, in this tournament, the Jug in comparison, because especially versus Slardar, you just get amped up and you get bursted extremely quickly. But
It's time,
LGD is one of those teams that
time
does
to get
good.
a Manta on the Jug.
It's time to
It
get a
is,
Manta.
it is. Dude, I love Manta on Jug.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that grin. Oh god.
He's trying so hard
but
not to be tilted right now.
But especially against Slardar, it's so good. You have 2 ways to remove the amp, and if he keeps amping you, he doesn't amp your teammates, and you want that.
Yeah. MVP opts for banning out the Batrider. Really focusing on Xiao 8 with their last 2
What
games.
is Xiao gonna play this game? There's no Tide, no Darkseer, no Slaughter.
Beastmaster.
Oh yeah.
Beastmaster
Yeah,
really
Beastmaster's
good.
great.
It gives them the more Roche potential.
It's been ignored in the first 2 series completely. Banned or picked.
It's like Beastmaster and Enigma are the big 2 that I would see coming out for a Xiao 8.
Oh yeah, Enigma is great versus the Snowball.
Are we gonna see a Venomancer from MVP? Like I don't see many MP heroes left anymore, and the only one would be the solo mid Venomancer that they used to run a lot. It's really good with AA together as well as Darkseer. It might be something we see. Although the Invoker is like perfect against that on the laning stage already.
Yeah.
But like MP's comfort heroes are really out of the game already.
Yeah, there's not really like anything
Yeah,
left.
same goes for Xiao 8. Not many good options.
Well,
Yeah,
he has
the
the Beastmaster left still.
Yeah, Beastmaster and
Beastmaster
Enigma.
and Enigma are probably the big 2 ones that are standing out to me at least.
And they don't seem like a team that would, you know, stray too far away from their normal repertoire.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
Is there any way they can fit the Ember in?
They're going for the clock
And
tower.
we,
Okay.
they tell us, shut up.
They tell,
Oh,
shut up.
it's great versus the Slaughter and the AA though. Like, and even the Darkseer, so they have to get multiple 4-stuffs. Like, this is for sure for them.
It's very similar to how Xiao 8 likes to play as well. He really likes to give himself a good start in his lane. Like, the Slardar is one of the few that isn't, but he can, you know, pull the creeps back with the Cog a bit as well as
it's
the
good
Enigma.
with the Exort Invoker too. That's
Yeah.
something that we forgot a lot.
You hook someone, you sunstrike him, he's dead.
Yep.
Instantly. Like,
And they go back for the Templar Assassin.
Oh,
and
Slaughter.
we-
wait, so
Slaughter
it's
plus TA.
Slardar TA with the Darkseer.
And PTA, I haven't actually seen it in a very, very long time. It was always KO playing it.
Yep.
Are you guys a bit surprised by that?
MVP.
Yeah.
I said 2-1 LGD, there's no way, and I'm wrong. I'm on a hot streak right now.
Okay.
I really like MVP's draft, honestly. I don't really like the Clockwork and the Juggernaut too much.
Okay, I have to agree. I give the edge to MVP, but you know, okay, I go against my prediction. I think MVP will win this game
Yep,
too.
I agree.
Yeah.
Winton, no need asking. You know exactly where you're going.
He's already doing his victory dance.
He
He's
is,
like,
isn't he?
woo!
All right. Okay, we'll catch up with our 3 panelists at the end of this series. It is coming to a close. Who goes through and makes the top 4? Let's find out as we head back to the commentary team. Toby, One and Wagger.
We will find out because there is no way Black can be wrong. No way. No way it can happen. We are here to find out who will advance themselves forward. Will MVP have the remake or will it actually be LGD advancing forward? Let's get game 3 underway.
MVP Phoenix versus LGD Gaming.
It is time to ride the hype train. Game number 3, MVP, going up against LGD. The loser will get to watch the rest of this amazing competition. The winner will get to have a break, while OG and NewBee douche it out to go up against Team Liquid Waga. The panel was going the way of MVP for the draft, even against their initial predictions, which are always wrong. How do you feel?
I'm surprised they're against. I'm surprised they're with MVP here and against LGD, but I do see what MVP have going here. It is a strong combo as always. The QO Slardar and MPTA. I agree. I haven't seen him play it in a while. Very often it's QO playing that for them as well.
I'm a little bit more confident in this Templar Assassin because there's no Chronosphere blocking his path, but we have to see how the matchup goes. It's an Invoker versus the TA this time around. No Viper to be really, really pesky.
It's not just an Invoker, it's maybe Volker. He's pretty damn hot.
MVP.
He had a hard game last game.
They want LGD to fight this. They're chilling touched up. They're iron shelled up. They want a Tuskar snowball. The shards, it locks too! Aggressive and Sep, they have to spin themselves out of this one, but Aggressive's in real trouble at the moment. They block him in. They still need more damage. Aggressive running back, and there she is! Dubu will spill the first blood. And the bounty room will go to Templar Assassin for the top.
Beautiful use of the ice shards there, perfectly blocking off. Could maybe have gone for eating with all the tangles there, but they were also body blocking up the path to the tree line.
And if that was actually anybody else than the Earth Spirit as well, that would have been too. But it's, the dream start for MVP, getting the first blood. They wanted to do something like that. We're actually having a bit of a discussion as well about like how do you work it with the Tuskar. Maybe it's a smoke up behind. You go for the small little the small bush play behind the tier 1 tower to snowball out. But they didn't need anything like that. They just let LGD come to them, and instead of snowball, the shard block was perfect.
To me, the big thing is that LGD split up. Against the Tusk, normally people just 5-man for the bounty rune, but they didn't have their clockwork there. They couldn't fight at all, so they immediately try and run, but Ice Shard's not going to let you get away there. So a little bit of a misplay by LGD, underestimating the Tusk, I think.
Well, they can try and make it back up in the laning phases, maybe. Trying to stay all over MP, going for the early Forge Spirits, just helps to burn through these defensive refraction charges and exposes MP to some heavy damage. The downside is, it's not even really a downside, is it? You want to see the rotation coming in. Having a Disruptor early on, maybe not the greatest, but you have an Earth Spirit up against the TA.
Both teams have good gankers, though. It's Tusk on one side, it's the Earth Spirit on the other, and also Darkseer could always just Iron Shell the Tusk before he rolls in on mid when he has level 2.
We'll see he's leeching that level 2 at the moment. This Kree Wave won't be enough. He could potentially just go for a sharp block and give MP a little bit more time to chip away at maybe. But without the mana for MP, he can't get his refraction charges up just yet. He almost is praying for a regeneration rune to come up at the 2-minute mark on the top river, because then he can just grab that.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite a way off his bottle still. Interesting to see Xiao 8 really pulling out a lot of different heroes here at the main event.
Oh, Boulder, there's the kick, pushing Dubu back up again. He'll defend himself inside of the snowball. He actually managed to steal the bounty rune. The shards blocks him and Y out, but they have Glimpse already leveled up, so Dubu has to make a break for the high ground. He's still on the run, but it's difficult, and then maybe... Oh, Sep, he sits there and watches.
Yep, all for you, Sir Mid Laner. Here you go. Maybe.
Fresh. You can pick the fish you wish to eat tonight.
That's the kind of supports I want, Toby. That's the kind of supports. You want to play later?
The sacrificial ones, huh? Okay, I see how this rolls. This makes Maybe's life a lot easier. Is that a single smoke? In fact, it is. In fact, yep.
It was used quite close to a tower. MP, if you paid attention, would have seen that as well. It showed all the way into his vision.
Did spill out. Febi's going to get a little bit of a glimpse of Xiao Wei, and this is where they're coming to fight. So Xiao Wei can bait Febi to think that Febi can do some substantial damage to it. Febi will go down. He's actually doing the pull at the same time. QO, he needs to come over. Nice to fight across, but Xiao Wei burns off all the mana. The Sunstrike's coming in, and again, it's all for the glory of Invoker. They're keeping QO away, but Xiao Wei with the battery assault, difficult to stay behind, but now the battery assault's worn off. He salves up Dubu. He doesn't have mana for shards. Yep, Xiao Wei gets back to the tier 1 tower.
This clockwork working out well there. Such a good combination, just holding him still for the cog to come down. Battery assault for damage.
The panel mentioned it, this clockwork is so good up against heroes like Slardar. The fact that you can't get in close, that whole sprint advantage just turns against you.
Not just against Slardar, but with Invoker, the cog just sets up any Sunstrike. If maybe he was going to miss in the first place, that is.
there is one advantage, and that's the Tusker. Snowball forward and then get inside the cogs if you target Zhao Wei. You just drag QO along with you.
Definitely. But for now, still just a lot of tension on these lanes. Already 3 people dying. But maybe is looking at 2-0-0 on his Invoker right now.
4-minute rune's going to go to Zhao Wei. They're battling as well for the top rune at the same time. MP, double damage rune, and they surge him forward. MMY going to glimpse him away. And they'll save MMY's life.
Yeah, he's going to be good. Feeling safe walking away. But that DD rune's still going to be very nice for last hitting on mid. And since this is Exort Invoker, he cannot dispel it with a Tornado.
Once he gets that value point, but it's a full quas Exort.
It's not worth just skilling it for that, I think. Delaying his timing on the double forge is too painful.
That brings September over to the mid lane just in case MVP do try anything. They're not obviously going to gank into a double damage rune Templar Assassin, so it's more of a safety rotation.
Definitely. Unless they bring in the Disruptor, but I think he should just be farming away, try and get his boots, get the mana boots if possible, before he makes too many roams towards mid.
Both the offlaners for MVP as well as LGD have had a really good start. Almost level 5 for both of them. Some decent CS coming their way. Obviously, you're going to get a lot more over on the Darkseer, but Zhao Wei also having the assist point.
And September just moving between mid and offlane all the time. As the Clockwork has such a good game, and the Invoker is quite strong as well, he can really pick where he wants to gank.
Rev, start your defense to the top lane. Can't let this tier 1 tower take too much damage from Aggressive. Aggressive also going for like a full-out damage, like a screw healing ward kind of style. He's got Omni Slash and 3 points up in spin with an extra bit of crit.
Yeah, he's going to get the...
Mid lane, they're going to roll in on MP right underneath the tower. Quick and efficient on the kill.
That is a fast burst.
Yep. He was already dropped down about half of his life at his bottom lane with a snowball. Now they find Zhao Wei. Shard block, QO follow up with a crush. Need a little bit more damage to finish this. An aggressive Omni Slash. He gets a kill revenge. In fact, it's 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, doesn't have face boots yet. He has the money for it. Gonna buy it up in the secret shop right here.
Yeah, Febby should not hang around for this one because now face boots are up. Spins off cooldown in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and now just let it spin like a top. Febby wants to TP out the damage. It won't, and it will be enough.
That was so close to him getting away. Underestimating a little bit there, trying to get experience on that AA, but more kills for a Juggernaut. All 3 dying on bottom lane.
Yeah, that's almost like the dream for LGD. Very simple, quick rotation down. Now MMY gets space on the top lane, but because you lost so many heroes from MVP, like the Disruptor's not really going to be pressured on that top either.
Not the Disruptor, but also maybe it's just feeling very safe here on the mid lane as there's so much going down on a different lane. That frees up the mid lane more for the Invoker.
He's a full like 10, if not a little bit more CS in front of him, and now goes for the Cold Snap, combining with Forge Spirits.
He needs a sentry on mid lane. You can't play against the TA and not have it, because these traps, he's never going to be able to chase, and there's also a much easier time ganking for MVP.
You could just have Aggressive. Aggressive could just rotate in. This is almost like MMY style, but MVP's behind it under the cover of smoke. So MVP's got reinforcements. The snowball protecting him from the kick. Now Forev also making his way to the front lines to spin, causing real issues here from Aggressive. They might get that ice wall down, making the chase a little bit more difficult, but Forev's still in the front lines. Maybe he's ticking. Forev's doing the work, but he's still got a lot of Force Spirit damage on him, and now there's double kill for Aggressive.
Trading 2 for 1 there, but Invoker did fall and TA lives, so still pretty okay for MVP there.
Yes, the fact you're getting more kills as well for Aggressive, that's where the only thing I might tilt it the other way around.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of stuff done across the map. This Juggernaut definitely coming online early. And he's going for the drums as well, so he wants to keep pressuring. Not going for a slower farm build of Battle Fury Rush or anything like that.
I can't actually wait until we hit the 12-minute mark. Primarily bottom lane, get the hell out of there, QO, or else you're going to go down. Zhao Wei's got a hookshot available, so QO and surviving this is basically 0.0%. As QO, he'll get himself a double crush, but he'll still go down, and maybe sitting outside of it.
And that's going to be the Midas for maybe. Going to be an 8-minute Midas here on the mid Invoker, so doing really well in terms of farm. That's about as fast as you can ask for in a competitive game.
The timing I was kind of waiting for is to see the Armlet effect as well from the Slaughter. Like once Armlet and Blink Dagger come up from the Slaughter, he's going to be a real force to be reckoned with. But it's also the rotation from a Clockwork. That's the first hookshot we see out from Zhao Wei, and it's just to ensure the kill on the bot lane. What happens when he starts rotating to Templar Assassin? Such
a nice rune to get for the Invoker here. Gets the Arcane rune, so its first Midas is actually going to be faster cooldown as well. More efficiency, Toby.
The dream. MVP's preparing themselves for top lane. MMY still just chilling on top.
Yeah.
He's already hit level 6, so MVP's got to be careful. This is one of these heroes which works really well against the Tusker. You snowball in if you can get the Storm off as well as the kinetic field. Normally the target is fairly obvious where they're going to go to.
The fact that they don't have level 6 on AA might just deter them from diving here, even though they have a Tusk.
Without that Ice Blast.
I love the way they just change up the lanes, LGD. They put Invoker onto the Ancient.
Sep, he's walking into it. Fabi and Dubu, surprise out of the trees. He's got to get the kick over on Dubu, tries to boulder away, but the pullback. Oh, perfect from Forev. The one level back, but Zhao Wei, he wants to try and get some revenge. The wall is down, the Sunstrike's on the mark. Dubu can't get out of the cogs in time. Zhao Wei is low, aggressive with the movement over. He brings the healing ward, so Zhao Wei already fairly tanky. It's just a basic clockwork thing. A glimpse Forev back. His spin starts and Forev's got nowhere to go. Committing MMY Static Storm. They find 2 revenge kills for the death of the Earth Spirit.
And again, it just seems anywhere aggressive goes, he finds kills right now. 4, 1, and 2. Feels like he's killed more than that even. Just being part of everything.
He's a very active man.
And it's just the amount of time that they are wasting trying to focus different lanes when Invoker is just getting so much farm.
I'm going to have a click towards the
QO.
top rune in just a moment because Zhao Wei, I guess the smoke maneuver of Dubu. He's going to see Zhao Wei. Yeah, QO, double crush. No, he only gets MMY, but the shards, the Penguin slides forward. Actually isolating maybe. They may try and go for a little bit more. Snowball forward, Sunstrike's going to come in, split down between the two of them. Ice Blast also on the way. Going to hit Zhao Wei. QO starts an armor toggle, battling up against Zhao Wei with the battery assault. Difficult to do, especially when aggressive slides in behind, killing off the Tusker, but back over towards the mid lane. Sep has to magnetize up, keeping MP away.
Yeah, he's trying to get that kill. Pretty hard to get though, TA, as there are fractions for so long.
That magnetize lasts forever.
Yeah, he used all his stones though. He's down to 0. Gonna be really hard for him now. Needs to play defensive a little bit. It slows down the tempo for an Earth Spirit, committing everything like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so for now, chill out a little bit more, maybe not from LGD. Zhao Wei, hook shot forward, finds Febby, battery assault. Sep, he's there for the kick, gonna be well off target. Now the snowball forward, he's Febby out for the moment, the turnaround, Ice Blast! Combining with the crush, the kill goes the way of MP, the shards, it blocks! But the boulder is available. It means MVP cannot chase after that Earth Spirit.
Being trapped out from pursuing that kill. They do not have Blink yet on Slardar, so it's pretty hard for them. And MVP, they're going for such early rotations here. They don't even have treads on Slardar. They just want to fight early.
Yep. Who needs treads when you got armlet? Also, like, it's crazy aggression coming from Zhao Wei. The second he moves off that lane, he's just always looking for kill after kill after kill. This is almost like that unbridled aggression you see from MVP.
I think that's perfect understanding of his role in this game. Oh, they run into each other here in this rune on MMY.
Sentry goes put down. Dubu understands what he's up against. The kick, he gets the snowball off, actually dodges Sep's initiation. With the snowball, he went to the Wild Wing, and then, well, not down the river, but the Ice Blast. Gonna connect on 3 with a back wall. Forev's there. MP needs more damage. The storm from MMY is causing injuries for MVP. They've already killed off the Invoker. You try and glimpse it back. The Omnislash gets aggressive up the hill and continuing the chase. MP, there's your glimpse, dragging it back. But Meld, where's your detection? How do you see? You go for the spin. The kick as well. MP's going to drop. Sep is low. The cold feet will actually trigger him out, giving Febby a double kill. And Kuro is back in the fight with an Amplify on aggressive. They may have a chance for it. Aggressive making a break for the stair line with the bash from Kuro. Without that, he wouldn't have got the kill. And then Glimpse would have actually been more than enough room for aggressive to get away. But that started taking the wicked 6 streak too. That's 713 gold for just that one kill. Even the Ice Blast is looking for the snipe on anyone who comes back. Oh boy.
And MMY is going to be the last living person backing off. Gonna get away safely here, but the rest of his team, all of them just falling there. And as you said, that streak going over is so much money.
That's huge as well because it goes the way of QO. He's now 100 gold away from having that Blink Dagger. We talked about him actually bypassing treads. Now, because he's done so and because that fight went so well, he can bypass them again and go straight into Blink.
Yeah, this is looking like MVP really putting up a fight. There was a great early game by LGD, but MVP are striking back a lot.
They had a big advantage too. It was about 3k, 4k gold and experience split.
And this is before they have their mech on Darkseer. When they get that as well, they're going to be in a great spot because they have AA ulti, the enemy cannot heal up, and they can just rely on the mech to take a quick and strong fight as they're going to smoke up again.
And we've seen how powerful Forev can also be over on this Darkseer. The Iron Shell burn is pushing the creep wave a little bit in the mid. LGD may have scattered that one out. Seb's just hanging behind the tower, but it's the Observer Ward that's watching maybe farm the Iron Shells again. It's taking a little bit of damage.
Waiting for him.
There's the Observer
They've
Ward
got
down.
a present for Maybe.
Well, Maybe walks in. Dubu delivery. Special one for Maybe. He'll go down. The ball comes in from Seb. He's too late. He turns on the magnetized Xiao. He's going to transport the fight with the cogs. He's already lost his teammate. They have to force start themselves away. The Storm is causing issues for QO. Locked inside the wall. He can't get away. Seb's magnetized gets a double kill on aggressive. On the back end, they're mopping up the back line of MVP. Febby will go down. But it's the Darkseer as well as the TA which will escape. That's the two big ones that LGD really wanted to get.
Yeah, really well fought there by MVP. Of course, they lost 3 heroes. A little bit sad for them that they lost the Slardar, but still, this aggressive Juggernaut always coming in the rear, just looking for any fight he can get on the supports.
It's actually crazy just how big he is. 7.6k net worth over on aggressive. Almost a full 2,000 in front of the Slardar as well as the Templar Assassin. And with this tier 1 tower dropping in the mid lane now, LGD, more injection of money.
And you got to worry about the alacrity on him later on. He's going to hit so hard whenever they're pushing base. But MVP, they want to delay that all they can. They have the tools to keep fighting. Blink Dagger on TA, Blink on Slardar.
MP's forcing out the top lane. It's like they're hoping for a reaction from LGD, but LGD are fine with this. You take the tier 1 tower up on top lane, they take the tier 1 tower on bot lane.
Exactly. Both those towers were pretty low in HP, so they were not long for the world. Mid, they're looking for it.
This could actually be just a full straight-up trade. Tier 1 towers all dropping down apart from the long lanes of both sides.
Yeah, that one would be MVP coming a little bit ahead if they can get this
LGD
tower.
are coming back. They smoked up, but they did it underneath the Radiant. They did it underneath the Radiant Observer Ward. So MVP are more than aware of what's coming their way. The Sunstrike's being used for almost a bit of a scouting. But if they walk up, Xiao Wei's coming up the hillside. The Observer Ward's place, smoke's going to break, and he forced us back into the safety of his own tier 2 tower.
Everyone is here and ready to fight for MVP. And LGD, they say, we're not going to go for it. We're going to back out. Looking for that Roshan.
Still waiting to see more damage really coming in for MP.
AA ulti coming in.
No, they can't do this. That Ice Blast hits perfectly. Aggressive and maybe being chipped up by it.
If they back out now, though, there's going to be a timing when AA ulti is not up. I think MVP have to wait out their next AA ulti again if they want to take the fight.
Well, at least they got a little bit of life coming back in from the healing ward. Now you get an Arcane Rune also up for aggressive. It's not really going to help him that much during the fights.
Both teams just setting up and posing and respecting each other a lot here. This is elimination, do or die kind of match.
You can kind of understand why LGD want to slip in for Roshan. Like if you go, like if TA gets a full Deso up and running, combining it with the Slardar, it'll only take a very small window for MVP to grab Roshan. Like even if they fall behind like severely in this game, and they are still behind in this game.
Yeah, it's very much a deny.
You could just smoke in. There's not great scouting from LGD for the pit.
It's very much trying to get Roshan just to deny it from the enemy team. Of course, you're going to be pretty happy if you get the Aegis on top of Invoker right now, so he can't keep getting killed off. I think Juggernaut is fine without it, because he's just always surviving these fights. 8-2-2.
Finally, 17-minute treads coming in for QR.
Yeah, well, you got to go back for it at some point.
They go for a smoke straight after. So it's a 3-man smoke maneuver. The Darkseer and the TA not included in the smoking buddies.
They're smoking for Roche. They want to go in, but
they could try and slip in, but without the TA, you can blink her, but you can't go far enough over. They need to find the opening and blink crush. It catches Xiao Wei. Ice Blast as well. They want that instant kill, and they're going to claim it. September, the kick comes forward. MMY and Sep, they can't go any further in. QO is still forced to stand inside this storm.
But he's so low now.
They surge away. They crush, get rid of Forge Spirits. They got to stop taking damage on that Slardar. Care of the Sunstrike, all aggressive. You're a long way up. That snowball from Dubu. That's why aggressive went in for it, but now QO, the back to crush the wall, the kick from September, creating space. QO is still going to drop here, but it's still a trade-off, a 1-for-1. That Magnetize making it difficult for MVP just to turn and fight, but when you make more copies of yourself, LGD, they're going to glimpse MP back. Mel available, they go for another kick, it hits on both. MP dropping low, he can't get out this one.
Earth Spirit just doing so much damage here, and he's also chasing Febby.
Denying the pit,
yeah.
Denying the, oh no, he jukes the Fog of War. The boulder will come forward. He's still got Ice Blast available. They'll glimpse him in. He may as well just let it go over on the two of them.
Yeah, the illusion. Darkseer trying to do as much as he can. Denies the rune. Yep. Trying to deal some damage to a Disruptor, but too tanky to kill.
Because he did that much damage, though, LG can't just, like, they don't have the Juggernaut anyway, so they can't just slip themselves inside and take the Roshan.
I just want to say that was so close to being really disastrous, though, for MVP. They went in, and Xiaowei, if he got that 4-step off just a split second faster, he would not have been stunned by the Slardar, and that would have looked very differently. And still, they lose this TA, they lose the Slardar. The aggression is starting to not work out so well here.
Yeah, this TA's KDA is not looking terrific. Like, the assists are terrific with 7, but that's still 3 deaths for 1 kill over on MP, and it continues to have this same problem as game 1, the delay of the damage dealing item over on the Templar Assassin.
That can really set you back some games, and as he went for the Desolator second after the Blink Dagger, he's not farming Ancients that quickly. He did try and stack them up now, but he really hasn't been pivoting around the Ancients much, just aggression instead.
He's just trying to keep up with the Slaughter. Like, he's trying to keep up with this aggressive play that comes from MVP. I suppose if you do find kills, that's the quickest way to get your big items up, but because Slaughter also took a lot of the big kills in the fight, it's QO who's more of the big strength there. But the hilarious thing is, actually, out of all the heroes over an MVP, the top net worth, it belongs to Forev. It belongs to the Darkseer.
Yeah, it's very even though. It's tied between them, and he has a 4-staff now to his name as well. So Darkseer going to be able to counter that cog from Clockwork a little bit.
That's a small change up in his build too. Instead of having the Blink Dagger, which isn't as effective, like, he can save teammates more importantly in this game.
Just hanging together a lot here as LGD while they farm up their course. They have been scouted out though as they walk in there. I'm surprised they went for Travels first on maybe in this game. I thought they would go for just Aghanim's as soon as possible, get strong for these team fights, but this does allow him to split push more.
It's worked out for him too. Like, he's still got 1,500 gold. He can go pick up the point boost now, so the Ags is going to come in a reasonable time.
Yeah, it's been working out really well. When you're Exo Invoker, the Sunstrike sometimes is all you need to contribute.
You are.
Oh well.
That's an Invis rune too, so you need vision, however.
He's kind of showing the lane. And he is going for the Manta Diffusal build on Juggernaut. In fact, almost has the entire Diffusal along with Manta.
Oh,
Xiaowei.
They saw a glimpse of him now, and Xiaowei gets initiated on. The Ice Blast flying over, can hit pretty heavily, but then again, LGD, they've nicely spaced out on the ramp, which isn't really the easiest thing in the world to do. When Tuskar's down and QO is isolated, he wants to crush, but there's just no point. MVP will lose 2 heroes.
And a Roshan, most likely. There's almost no way you can contest it. When Slardar is dead, no buyback available. You're just not going to be able to contest this.
You could slow things down with the Ice Blast, but that's pretty much all.
Yeah, I'm not even sure it's going to slow down anything here as Aggressive goes in, Alacrity's up.
They're coming over. Like, TA as well as Febia, they're in the neighborhood.
Maybe we see a Blink Steal on the Aegis.
We may see a 4-star try and back him up on the hillside. That's another option. Here comes your Ice Blast. It's going to hit over on just MMY.
They have the
and Xiaowei wants to initiate. He doesn't use the 4-star. The hook shot's going to be off target. They find MP, and then MP blinks himself further down towards the side. But yeah, they got the vision. MP dragged back right underneath that Dire Sentry ward, and that's a very dead Templar Assassin.
Oh, this is very risky. When the enemy team goes Roche, if you just go there without having everyone and you end up dying, then again you're back in the same position. Now they can go for Roshan, and you lost one more of your important course.
With Roshan being low, the Ice Blast will have no effect this time around. It's going to arrive. Actually, it may arrive at the same time as Roshan's dying.
Maybe they get it last hit?
No, it's too late. And it's also too deep inside the pit. So LGD, they claim the Aegis of the Immortal will go into their hands right now of the very, very farmed up Aggressive. 12,000 net worth. He's got 10 kills so far in the 22 minutes.
And the full Diffusal will be completed with that. So now he can really chase down anyone. Even the Surge Darkseer cannot get away anymore.
Observer Ward from LGD is going to scout out QO being surged up to the top lane.
Are they ganking
and
this?
Aggressive hasn't reacted. He definitely saw him thanks to the Observer Ward. With the extra bash for Rev, it's just the vac interruptions. They burn through the Aegis Immortal. Shards are flying forward, but Xiaowei, Cogs pushing for Rev further back. Remember, he's the highest net worth, so they're very happy to take that kill on the Darkseer. Yeah. But it's for burning the Aegis Immortals. Nothing of huge value was lost for LGD.
No, LGD are going to be happy with that. Getting a core for your Aegis is still fine, and I don't think this Juggernaut relies too heavily on having the Aegis in team fights. We did see him get bursted here, but that was so many people focusing him, and in a 5v5, if you do that, block, Invoker, they're going to stop you from doing it. So I think that's a good trade for LGD still. A little bit surprised they went for that gank.
Maybe it's MVP just like feeling like they're losing control of this game, and they really are. Like a 7.5k net worth and about 6k in the experience, sliding the way of LGD on the graphs.
I asked myself the question, is MVP going for that gank? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's MVP. Of course they are.
So remember who you're talking about.
They have the Deso completed. 23 minutes is a really late timing for the Blink and Deso, but now they do have some power peak if they get some good vacuums, they could take team fights right now, MVP. And since there is no Aegis, maybe that's the grand scheme of things.
That is one way to go about it. But at the same time, LGD are getting stronger and stronger. Maybe is rapidly approaching that Aghanim Scepter of his. You've got even Disruptor with like heavy levels. That's a level 11 Disruptor with Glimmer as well as Arcane Boots. The Earthspirit is also having a great time. You got Veil of Discord, so the coupling of all the LGD abilities is looking just so powerful that MVP, even if they do hit their combo, they may not find a kill. The only upside is the fact there is no mech.
I think the good thing for MVP is if they land the Ice Blast, then they should be able to bring them down just between TA and Slardar. The downside, though, will they be able to walk out themselves? We've seen it many times where they go in, they get a kill on maybe the Invoker, they can get a kill on someone else, but then they get punished.
Yeah. They basically just had to sacrifice themselves in order to find these objectives.
And there's almost... He's getting close to an Aghanims on Clockwork. That's one of the best Aghanims upgrades. Just allows you to fight all the time.
Tower trade-off being attempted. Q actually almost got sniped by the Sunstrike. He was in the middle of an armlet toggle and was still capable of surviving, but that tier 2 tower on top lane takes almost no damage while LGD do claim the Radiant tier 2.
And they just keep sending rockets to de-push that lane, and MVP are too scared to walk up. A lot of that is respect to your Clockwork. So good at catching people. Also Earth and Disruptor, they're just designed to catch stragglers, this lineup.
So MVP will only take a fight when they know they can win it, even the small ones.
I think they have to just fight around everyone. They need to have the Vacuum, they need to have the Crush, the Ice Blast, and then TA for damage. I think they can't take skirmishes, they just need full team fights.
You need a five-man gank then, and for Rev, maybe this will help him. Like the Blink Dagger is, like it's obviously the far superior initiator for the Darkseer. Like he got the 4-staff to go against the Clockwork, but this kind of like, it slowed down his aggressive nature when it comes to fights, but now he's got both of them.
And looking at LGD right now, they're starting to group up a little bit. Not too many people defending.
Xiao is standing right on top of a Templar Assassin trap. So they know.
Yeah, they should be picking up a gem pretty early, I think, in this game. With the amount of movement they do across the map, they could keyword a lot and get rid of the traps as well.
There's that Ag Sum for the Invoker, so 26 minutes. Not too shabby when you go BT, Stroms, and Blink Dagger beforehand.
Nice.
And Mines.
He's actually just so fat right now.
Yeah, so is Aggressive. Aggressive has got so much money.
And at this point, it feels like LGD have just silenced MVP. MVP, they haven't gone for any successful gank since that Aegis that they took. And their lineup is really designed to just keep fighting non-stop. Sure, you could try and farm into a late game, but TA and Slardar are going to be hard cores to use against this LGD draft.
Sep just waiting in the trees. There's TA traps all around that area. Thanks to the Sentry Ward, they can get rid of the fresh one that's down. In fact, that's exactly what Aggressive's going to be doing. As they stare down the tier 2 tower in the mid. But the Juggernaut Illusions are doing it, so there's no risk for LGD.
No deny even. They're too scared to walking close. They know that people are sitting around. They keep seeing glimpses of them with the traps.
This has to be a 5-man smoke maneuver now. Like, they have to come out.
Well, they need to push out mid first, though. They can't just smoke right now. Then mid is going to push in, and it's, again, not going to be effective.
Okay, well, they just loop around and then try and attack LGD, who they know are hanging around the mid. But there's an Observer Ward, which is just about to look at QO coming over the hillside. Okay, maybe that's a bigger indication when he Blink crushes the wave.
Yeah, they want to back up and use the smoke right now.
It had to be a juicy target. Like, that had to be such a juicy target. Okay, got him in BKB.
This could be a big fight here.
Yeah, with that fresh BKB up, they'll smoke up. They'll run right underneath the Observer Ward, so LGD, they're nearby and in the tree lines. They drop down a fresh sentry, taking out a TA trap. That reveals the position of at least the Forge Spirits, and they get all the way around. They actually get into a really good spot now with a 4-staff down. They get the crush set. He couldn't get away. The Ice Blast on the way in with the fact they hit both of them inside the wall. Xiao has to 4-staff away. The Sunstrike, no damage. QO's BKB will protect him for now. The Omni Slash, however, from Aggressive, it picks off the Ancient Apparition. You can slide the Penguin forward. Dupu's in trouble. He's actually locked on the hillside. Has to snowball up. While on the back lines, the pickup on QO. He wants to keep battling as well. They're just trying to dodge and evade as QO will be the one to go down.
And still Aggressive just chasing down for him.
Ooh! Perfect time for a crit from Aggressive. And with the rest of the damage, the Juggernaut finds the kill, and MVP are in a real tough spot.
This item build is really, really strong for carrying with Juggernaut. It's so good at fighting. Blink Dagger to keep chasing, Diffusal to not let the enemy get away, and Manta Style just makes you win those man fights.
LGD looks so good at the moment. They're going to come up high ground. And this should actually be mid-ranks. 30 seconds until you've got both the Darkseer and the Slider together. And without the Darkseer, there's just no team fight control. The Ice Blast will fly in. It'll connect over on Aggressive.
Trying to deter them from taking this tower, but not successful. They're going to get it.
They can take melee. You still got 15 seconds, plus the time it takes to get you out into the lane, unless you're going to straight TP up. So Aggressive comes in. They're sharding, they're cold feeding, they're doing whatever they possibly can to make this difficult for LGD, but LGD take the objective, they get out before MVP respawns.
Yeah, very clean exit, and now they can pick up all the items that they have saved up money for from this fight as well. The current gold's pretty big here. Blink for the Disruptor. He sells it again, he's not sure.
He buys the 4 staff now.
That's probably the wiser choice against the Tusk Ice Shards.
May have just been thinking, like, I need to get that perfect ulti.
Well,
or perfect glimpse back.
Blink would be better for initiating, but very often it's MVP leading the charge, going in first, and then 4-staff is just far superior.
This vision from LGD is seeing all the movements of MVP.
With this Aghanim and Clockwork, they're going to be so ready to fight.
Yeah. Hook. 35 seconds until Roshan's up, so a pretty quick spawn here for LGD. MVP are already sending a Slider or Illusion over so they can keep tabs of what's going over in the pit too. Scouts out 3 heroes, and MVP should bring a lot of their reinforcements up to the top lane.
They have to. They have to bring a lot of people wherever they go, because look at their net worth. You're just trailing so hard behind the cores of LGD. If you ever just bring a few people and then you get hooked, you're definitely dead.
MVP scanning over on the Dire jungle. They're wondering if LGD is trying to stop their push. The scan hasn't gone red just yet.
Oh, the timing for me is definitely going to be when LGD gets Skadi on Juggernaut. This game is going to turn really ugly, I think. And he's going Butterfly first? Interesting. He's going to have that evasion well before they can get MKBs up.
Or you just rely on your magical combo. Roshan starts. The Ice Blast has been thrown out time and time again for Febby. It just came back off cooldown. He's been using it to scout out Roshan. So yep, here comes your Ice Blast, but MVP are way too far away. There is no way they can stop Roshan from being taken by LGD.
Definitely not. They also know that they have so many creeps pushing in mid, and they see them farming bottom. So very safe Roche here for LGD. Juggernaut now with the Aegis.
LGD looking. I'm wondering if well, obviously you can go for another lane. Like if they want to go through the top lane, take out that tier 2 tower. The bottom lane is probably the easiest one to slip in. Or you can just go for the fight. Observer Ward sees the TA farming up the edges. A blink away very, very quick from MP. But Dubu is still going to get caught up. Picked up, thrown down. He won't have time to get inside. In fact, he won't get out. Oh, yeah, he will actually get into the snowball. And with the Walrus Punch, he'll buy a little bit of extra time, but that's going to be all for Rev. So he even came up to try and help out his teammate, but now he's in no man's land. Pushed back down, the kicks over on Febby. The crush, stopping aggressive. There's no Omni-Slash available. Febby just wants to TP out. Very short range, and he will actually be able to get back out again. The 4-star from QO actually getting him out of the cogs and the storm as well. They're actually away, but the tornado picks him up. You've got to keep that armor toggle going. It won't happen. MP to the front lines, picks up the disruptor, now tries to have a crack over it maybe. Dropping him down low, needs more damage on the protection of the BKB. Maybe will survive against up the hillside for QO. The double crush shower in the back. He puts them all inside the cogs. They need more damage. The meteorites coming in. MP, he wants to stop this, but maybe blinks down and away from MP's aggression. Taking out the damage here of MVP. Aggressive, wait, what? Items on the ground? What was that happening right there? Aggressive's going to drop 2. He's fighting up against MP. Aggressive, there goes Eureka to the Immortal.
Oh my god, these fights. They're trying to go for him again. No, he's going to blink out. He's safe.
What was that bait on the ground? I kind of want to watch that again. Who was dropping all the money on the ground during the fight?
I'm not actually sure who was the item dropped. I think it was LGD, but
I
don't see any item missing from them, though.
I request the slowest of instant replays.
Man, crazy engagement, but not going to be able to get any towers or any push afterwards. LGD going to back out here.
MP, like, maybe kited him so damn well. Goes up to the high ground, throws the meteorite down. MP tries to chase him, jumping down again.
Man, I'm still
like, the positioning play is wonderful.
I'm still ticked by what item that was, because there was no gem or anything. I'm not sure who was item dropping or why, but I want to look at that again later.
It may have been nothing. It's like, hey, you want to stick around? Like, this is a whole bunch of, like
Well,
Drum Endurance was dropped and destroyed by Febby. Okay, that's
see.
what it was.
I see. He
Thank you
dropped
very
it,
much to our stats, man.
dropped it to get his butterfly
There were,
delivered.
there were definitely 2 items on the ground at the time.
Yeah, he's gonna not care at all as he has so much money on the Juggernaut anyway. He's just stashing bank. Going for a smoke here now.
Yeah, here comes LGD through the top. The tier 2 tower. There is an observe ward up here from MVP with the sentry being dropped and then the wall. Like when you put up a kinetic field from an invisible target, it's a pretty big telegraph that LGD is moving down through your secret shop.
Question is though, are you going to be able to react to this? A tier 2 tower, if you take a fight there and lose it, that might just be your lane of racks or even the game. So I think MVP are safer just fighting in their base. Probably going to give this up.
Yeah. Just fight in the better conditions.
That's what they have to do right now.
Yeah. Work around your buybacks. TA as well as Darkseer, they're the 2 which can come back.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
LGD don't really have to also pressure this. Like, it's not like they're on the clock.
They can always wait and get buyback on maybe, and even just wait up for the Octarine if they want to, and control the map. When you get maxed out level on Invoker, we've seen it time and time again, that around the world Deafening Blast is so big in team fights. Xiaowei gonna be scouted by the ward here, so TP out, coming from Dubu.
Yeah, they're all just bailing back. MVP actually grouped up. Look, what looks to be. Well, do we even have smokes?
They do not have one. Oh, they do have. Tusk just got his smoke, so.
Yeah, it's got Fawn the Courier. So they're
But
they're
look at the
5
lanes,
together.
they're pinging it themselves. They're like, look at this mid and top. This,
Yeah.
this is not doable.
You can't get away with it.
Yep. That's probably the most important lesson, I think, for people who don't play competitive. Just never smoke when this is happening.
At least MVP have some level of vision. They understand that LGD are on the southeast corner of the map because they got an observer ward just still back behind that tier 2 tower of the Dire side. So they understand that LGD aren't farming their own jungle.
Yeah, that's some good vision at least for them. And they also have their own jungle worded up.
Yeah. So it's not a blind smoke.
This is where I would like LGD to just get a gem and play around with that. But instead they're opting to go for more item progression on pretty much everyone. They have a BKB on set. The Earth Spirit is now going to be BKB'd in teamfight.
Oh, good luck, MVP. Greaves going to be purchased by the Darkseer. He still has buyback available coming into this fight. If you actually do the check, it's Invoker, TA, as well as Darkseer, all with buybacks. Invoker can obviously just BT back to the front lines too. And actually, it looks like the BT is going to be used to go top lane. Maybe we'll push out this tier 2.
Well, this is elimination. This is often where we see teams play a little bit more safe when they get to this stage. LGD know they should not lose this game. And Xiaowei would probably never forgive himself if they pushed irrationally.
Well, until his next TI win, then he might be able to forgive himself.
Oh, the ward here. Going
MVP,
for a pickoff.
the jump, that damage, so big. Disruptor explodes, Sepp the fan, perfect from Farev, stopping the boulder away from Sepp. The Ice Blast will chill up a little bit too. So MVP, they were being sieged up, but they come out for a night assault.
Beautiful picks there for MVP, and that's what you need when you're behind. Any kill is going to net you so much money. And now TA getting closer to that point when she has MKB. When she gets that, the Juggernaut is going to be a possible kill even, despite his butterfly.
I don't want to say like the clock is still ticking because there's still a Juggernaut and Invoker doing so much work.
When he gets Octarine on Invoker, yeah.
But is it actually still like good for LGD? Because the combo from MVP, I guess this game goes later. Okay, for Rev. Okay, he's got Greaves, he'll search away. Oh, no. He's in the trees. They're even snowballing to protect him and drag him further up. And then away from the Forge Spirits, which were chasing him as well.
Don't die, Forev. We got your back. Help is coming.
Right now, we've got like double bodyguards.
Security is amazing here.
Very tight in the Philippines.
Yep.
But yeah, with MVP, because you've got that big combo. If this game goes later, if TA actually becomes a lot stronger, Slider becomes a very, very tanky style hero, which maybe LGD cannot easily deal with.
They could turn it around. It's doable.
It's doable, but it looks very, very difficult. But like, does LGD fear that possibility? Like, they lose a big team fight up against MVP.
I think what you fear is not so much the heroes getting farmed, it's more about positioning. If you ever mess up positioning against MVP, they always have a draft that punishes
They're going to try and kill the Courier. Right now, they know the Monkey King bar is going to be purchased. The Courier got scattered up by the Observer. Water flies straight back over. Maybe.
Oh!
Whoops!
Hey, it's safe.
What are we, baseball now?
Safe, Toby.
Slid his way back in again. And that's a big item. Like, if they could have, like, delayed that for a little bit, you'd know MP also wouldn't have buyback available. I say that when he's got 400 gold short of his buyback.
Yeah, he's getting so much money just surging in. Some kills definitely helps with that as well. The only thing for MVP right now is that Roche is soon to be respawning. When that happens, you need to take the fight. And you're on Radiant, it's a little bit harder to get there.
MVP are coming out to fight. Like, if Roshan's coming up, if you know the pressure can be applied to you, you bring in a 3-man gang squad. MP, QO, as well as Dubu together, are a pretty damn good gang squad. A lot of control, a lot of amplification.
Exactly.
And they were looking for the Invoker. The problem is, it's an Invoker with BTs. This guy is already on bottom lane. They'll realize this is the Tornado's the lane.
And that's what you really need for TA though. Just a lot of stuns to hold the enemy in place. She kills them very quickly, but if they're not stunned up, Force Staffs and Ghost Scepters, all these things can come into play.
Well, defense all the way.
Xiaowei is basically a ward, by the way. He's been sitting here for a straight minute, I think, not moving.
just waiting inside of Roshan.
He's a statue.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's like one of those street performers. Just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, then you annoy him and he'll move.
Yep. Well, they need to know when Roshan respawns.
MP's got to finally finish off this damn tier 2 tower. Like, this is like almost like the 4th attempt they've had just to push in slightly and then
Is he
attack
though?
into the tower. Oh, look, he blinks away. Like, he is so
Go back in.
paranoid right
Get it.
now. It's like,
Get
wait
it.
for it, wait for it. Oh, now I can easily take this money. Keep the creep wave pressured out so Xiao Wei's clockwork rockets.
Both teams playing very careful here. Scared of each other and scared, of course, of the elimination from the tournament. Whoever loses this.
That's a long Roche spawn timer. So
It is.
LGD, like, this is actually working in favor of MVP because they're getting more and more time to like get buybacks on, like, they've got buybacks on all 3 core heroes. So LGD taking high ground against MVP, like, unless MVP completely blow their combo, MVP should be able to defend against LGD. Just thanks to the 3 buybacks. It'll be costly, but they could do it.
They should be, but that's the question as well. When they defend against it, if they have Aegis and if Invoker has buyback to travel back in, then buybacking in, killing them once is not going to be enough. You need to do it twice, Toby.
Well, there's your gem being picked up, and it's by the other side. It's by MVP. Febi
Yep.
just spent the money for it.
And it's going to be pretty nice because there has been wards outside their base almost all game long here. If he takes a little patrol, he'll find
And
one at least.
And there's the one from LGD. So both teams get a 41-minute gem.
Scout on Roshan.
Yeah, they really want to know what's in there.
They saw the Slardar walking in as well, LGD.
Yeah, they have obs and sentries up too. So like this Roshan right now is most definitely under surveillance.
The TA trap is really good for it though, so MVP have a slight advantage in that they always know when it's coming up.
Yeah. With Vortex in there too. Okay, well, this is
Extra
the easiest
vision.
thing. A Juggernaut Illusion comes in, takes out TA trap. So it's up to Vortex to see it.
Oh, new TA trap is down. You can send one Juggernaut, but the traps are not going to run out.
Vortex sees it now. So MVP is aware that Roshan's alive. Meanwhile, in mid lane, maybe pick up over on the
he's
TA
gone.
with Meteorite. It's Forev who's in trouble. Then again, he's got Greaves, so a quick dispel, a quick surge away. The Ice Blast is also on the way up towards the Ancients, hoping to catch up
team is
maybe
going
as he
Roshan,
retreats,
though.
but they kind of need the Invoker there too. Oh, Xiao Wei, hook shot over. A quick Force Staff comes out from Febi.
Yeah, he also had Refraction up, so he could blink
Oh,
there.
MP. Thank you very much to Refraction, again allowing you to blink if he needs to.
Yeah, definitely
Sep starting up again.
scary stuff here with LGD, and they're trying to make sure they get Roshan by pushing out top lane with Invoker. Invoker has to be careful though, they're going for him. And he gets out.
And
Where is he?
Yeah, he's away.
Yeah.
Ice Wall plus Tornado. They know aggressive damage is more than enough to kill off Roshan. Looks like they're also going to give him the immortality. This is, of course, our 3rd one, so Cheese is available.
Yeah.
Ice Blast on the way, but it's going to be a little bit too late.
Dropping his blink, and Cheese goes over to
On
Xiao Wei.
Xiao
Might even pass that over to the Invoker later on, but it's pretty damn good for Clockwork to have this.
I think Invoker is pretty much 6-slotted soon once he sells the drums and picks up, what, Scythe or whatever.
I'm very surprised he's going for the Plate Mail on Clockwork instead of going Blade Mail in this game. Blade Mail is pretty powerful here, but he could be looking for something bigger like Lotus Orbing.
He also might just be understanding he might be the AC guy, because you've already got one Shiva's Guard over on maybe.
That's true. It's a possibility.
Here comes LGD. So Aegis Immortal plus Cheese in hand.
Your buybacks out, the crush pretty quick there. Aggressive dropping low on Forev. Gets a back wall on the back lines. Ice Blast also coming forward. The tier 3 tower is dropping down low, but that's the combination from MVP, which doesn't really get the much. The Omni Slash, Forever's dragging him in. He bounced over to Febby, now aggressive inside the base. The AoE definitely blast, pushing him back. The hawk shot, the snowball, stopping Xiao Wei from getting in. Aggressive still inside the base with the spin. He'll find the kill. Burning the Aegis Immortal. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off, technically, just disruptive for the Ancient Apparition. They get the crush on Aggressive. They need to bring him down with the Mel Strike. Aggressive is gone. 90 seconds, Xiao Wei locks himself in, but who's locked in with who? Zap is gone. Xiao Wei used the cheese. He's dropping quickly too. The meteorite, when you're anywhere near enough damage, you'll will it. They're burning with a snowball. It protects them all. The burn isn't there. QO, the meteorite back in the well. He'll survive as well. 4 heroes lost for LGD.
What an amazing
they actually hold the line.
So far back, and that hold, the crowd is going completely insane with this.
And these are noise-cancelling headsets, but I'm hearing this entire crowd beautifully and clearly in my ears. LGD, they have hit a hurdle, a massive hurdle. They were about 16, 17k gold in front. The Experience server 12k.
Hey,
it's not a swing. It's not the game. It's just hope for MVP to defend against LGD again.
Toby, you want to hear the saddest thing ever?
Tell me.
Disruptor died to Juggernaut running through the wall, giving Darkseer an illusion that then killed the Disruptor.
That is such a sad way to die.
Yeah, it had some decent DPS, that little illusion.
Yeah, well,
since he built completely stat heavy as well. That's a monstrous thing to happen.
And here you thought Forev's wall didn't really do that much. Like, it stopped LGD from getting that initial jump, and it did kind of split LGD up.
When you're playing Juggernaut and you have over 200 agility, make sure to walk around the wall, not into it.
It's rather difficult when you keep getting back through it too.
Yeah, but this time, actually, he just saw red. He wanted to go in for that Omni Slash, but the creep spawn came up as well. A lot of things went wrong there, and we see an interesting item being picked up here. One more way to give True Strike against the Butterfly as well.
Are we actually getting the most expensive item in the game?
The Bloodthorn is coming.
Oh.
Not there yet.
Bring on the crit.
Want to save his
LGD,
buyback.
5-man smoke now. They want to try and find something. Obviously, there's no Roshan option for a very long time, but the bottom lane, they want to come in again. But the great thing about MVP with their lineup is a lot of low cooldowns for their big combinations. Like, even the BKBs now, they're already kind of low. It's a 7-second BKB for the Slaughter. But LGD are coming. You do actually have the jump option. Ancient Apparition's close. The Tuskar's the only one who's not really there. Now he TP's back. And while they're inching forward, Zep goes for a QO. He's stunned up the back from Forev, interrupts the combination. The jump on the back line is a Juggernaut. He's mopped up the back lines. Now QO, the bash is there, but the damage is minimal. They need to start buying back. Tuskar back to the front lines. They just keep the battle going. Will it be enough? Forever's dropping aggressive to shards. It keeps him out. He'll die from the fall from the tornado, however. So you'll have the Darkseer. Buyback is available, but LGD, they've already used their Omni Slash. That Juggernaut aggressive did so much work to give the advantage to LGD. Yep, they're coming in. The buyback from Darkseer, do you expend it?
You have to. You're going to lose your entire base if you don't.
Where's the BKB? Where's the combination? Aggressive starts to spin. There's your Darkseer buyback, and that's enough. LGD, they are walking away, but they're not disengaging. The hawk shot from Xiao Wei. He jumps in, but a quick blink away. The fact they can't get the crush. He's locked in the cogs. The Shards also trying to keep the rest of LGD out of this base. They're going to glimpse QO, but it's not to the point where they really want it. It's not a good initiation for them. Tornado picks up 2. Maybe that's enough. Dubu on the front lines, aggressive. 2 swings. Brings him down to 500 HP. Snowball forward. Protected by the spin. Dubu goes for the flip. And then 4-star 2 different ways. Ascending the hill. The Ice Blast will fly in. QO with a double crush. Maybe being caught out quickly. Do they have enough here? Sep wants to bail out. The Xiao Wei cogs locking QO in, but Forev, he wants something. The back pulling him in. Where's your damage though? It just doesn't exist. Febby can't lend aid.
Oh no,
they're going to glimpse him back in again. They're battling on all fronts right now. The Sunstrike, you can say goodbye to it. It's a dieback over on the Darkseer. MVP, they're running out of men.
So many buybacks, but no one is dying on LGD, and I think 3 heroes dead, no buyback. We might have our team, Toby.
This could be it. This could easily be it. But you're going to take one lane of Rax. How much more does LGD go for? We've seen teams play defensive
They
in
should just
elimination
finish.
games like this. They want to push for the top. They want to get megas. There's no fortification from MVP to slow down this fight. The tier 4 towers are under siege. Febby's dragging the creep wave back off, but LGD say goodbye to melee, say goodbye to range, and say hello to megas.
And they're going to say hi to the Ancients as well, going in for it.
Yeah, tier 4 towers, can they do it? Now, well, the jump up with the spin, Ancient Apparition, Febby blown apart. They don't have anything really. Without that Ice Blast, they can't control the heal, the sustain from LGD, and GG well played. LGD will push the limit by MVP, but LGD will triumph, and they will be the ones to face up against Team Liquid in the next round in the lower bracket.
What an amazing series. So well played by MVP, by both these teams. I am thoroughly impressed. I thought LGD would take this, but I thought they would take it more easily. MVP fought so hard for this.
They really, really did. And you can see the strength of MVP. The reason why a lot of teams fear MVP is the fact that their team fights are just so chaotic, so wonderfully timed. But LGD, they stepped up to the plate. They did the same thing as well. I want to give massive props. Like, the Invoker's positioning was great. Aggressive with that Blink Dagger. He never wanted to drop it. That jump on the back line, taking out the Ancient Apparition so quickly, removing Dubu the Tuskar as well. That, for me, was the critical